welcome back to another video. You join me with my Mk1 Audi TT. From the last video you would have seen that I fitted the turbo and we had leakages. Now what I've done while I've been off camera today, I've had the turbo back out and now back in, and I've sorted the leaks, so there's no more leaks. So the newton meters of the turbo line, so the oil feed, the return feed and the coolant feed. So the coolant feeds are 35 newton meters. The return feed for the oil is 10 newton meters, but that I couldn't get this in there, so I've just done that by feel. It's not leaking, so that's all good. And then the oil line that's on the top, so the main oil feed, that's 30 newton meters. So we put all new washers on, done it all with the snap-on torque wrench, and now we're not leaking, thank God. So I'm happy I managed to get one of these off my dad, and yeah, it saved me ripping the turbo out once again. So we've got this back together. I have run it up, it sounds good. There's no noises, no smoke coming out the back as of yet, but obviously I won't know till I drive it properly. It sounds unreal. I'll show you what this sounds like in a bit. It's got some nice turbo sounds. So what am I going to do now? I need to get this front bumper off. As you can see, I moved the car over a little bit just so I could get in there now, so I can get this side of the bumper off, because we're going to be fitting the front mount intercooler. Now I don't have much time to do this. I've got to pick my little boy up, so I'm going to have to get a shift on with this. That side's already off. I've got a couple of things underneath to get off, and then some bolts down there. So we're going to get them off. I'm going to get this front bumper off right now, and then work on getting the two intercoolers off. So guys, you join me the next day. I couldn't finish the car yesterday. I had to go pick the lad up. We're just out in the morning while he's having a kick. Front bumper is now off. I'm just about to pull this round off. These literally just pull off. They're on like little clips here, and they're like hooked around these. I'm just going to figure out how to get these intercoolers out. Obviously it'll be a pipe here, so we'll take that off. And then there's going to be something holding it. I'm not too sure where it is at the minute. We'll undo these pipes. We'll get the bottom pipes off, and then we'll figure out how to get these off. Speaking about the headlights, obviously I undone these and then I thought I didn't need to take them off, but to get to the clamps here, and there's two bolts on the top of the intercooler there, so yeah, headlight has to come out. It's pretty easy. So there's two bolts on the top, and then there's one goes into here. They were quite rusty, but yours might not be. That's how you get the headlights out. So I'm going to undo this now, take these two bolts off, and then that should be the intercooler coming out. And there is a bolt on the bottom as well, on the inside, just by there. Now that we've got the front bumper and headlight out, we've got nice access to the two intercoolers. There's a couple of 13mm bolts on the top and there's one on the bottom, and then we take the clips off, holding the hose, as you can see in the bottom of the intercooler there, where I'm just touching now. These are pretty easy to get off, and then what I recommend is going to get some cardboard and put it down, which I'll do in a second, because as I pull the pipe off, the oil just pours everywhere, so it is 100% recommended if you've had a turbo go to do that. And then when I do the other side, I have a problem with the two top bolts where they snap, but for me, I'm changing to a front mount intercooler, so that is not a problem. So boys, if you can see, this oil has all come out of the inside of the intercooler, so there's a lot of oil in there, and obviously oil should not be full up in there. So yeah, it's a good job of changing that. I'm not too sure how this one mounts up, the front one, but we're going to figure that out in a minute. So I've took this side off. I'm going to tackle this side now. I won't do this on video, I'll just get this off, and then I'll bring out all the new stuff, and then I can figure out how to get it all on the car. Right, so we've got everything off now. I've taken the crash bar off because I need to get these two bolts off, because these things here, they come with two. I don't know why there's two. Is it to like, I don't know, is it for double strength? I don't know. I don't know what those ones are for, but on the picture that I've seen, it's just these, and they bolt there like that. So we'll take them two bolts out and bolt that there, and then obviously the intercooler goes in between it. Let's take these bolts out, mount these, and then figure out the rest of this puzzle. I've got no instructions, so I'm literally winging it, but we'll manage. So boys, I'm just test fitting the bumper with it because I have no idea how this goes together. I haven't done any of the pipes for that. I've mounted up the intercooler, as you can see it's there. But they give me this bracket here. I weren't sure if that's for like to mount the underneath, but I haven't got a clue. It might be for the underneath, but then I don't know where this goes, the air sensor thing. So I've just mounted it to the front of that. I don't know if that's going to work, but I haven't got a clue how this goes together. Right, I've literally just been getting through this, just getting this intercooler on, because I got no instructions. I've never done it before and I had no idea where anything goes, but I've got everything in place, everything's tightened, nothing's touching, and I'll just show you what I've done basically. So we used 2 of the brackets, mounted them onto, this is where the crash bar goes, so it mounts onto there. That's on both sides, and then they're bolted on each side here. So it's fucking sturdy, it's not going nowhere. This here, I didn't know if this was for this purpose or if it was to actually mount the bottom of this to the car, but I can't really do nothing with it. So what I've done, I've used the bracket, I've had to put washers under there because I didn't have a bolt long enough, and then just mounted the temperature sensor onto it. I have checked the bumper and it fits, so can't go wrong with that. So that's the intercooler mounted. We've got 2 pipes on each side going up. For here, so the pipe that normally goes there is this small one, but I've used one of the old intercooler pipes that sit on this intercooler under here. Where is it? So one of the ones off this I've put there. It's like one with a curve on it. It just seemed to fit nicer, so we've got that all mounted up. Come in here, I had to use the old pipe, the original, because I just could not get that blue one on for the sake of it. Like, it went on this bit, but I just could not get it on here. It would not just fit over it. So I've just stuck the original one. At least then we can run the wire nice down there like that. And then we're coming to this side. So we've run the pipe around. It's not touching anything, which is good. And then the pipe comes up here, and this blue hose fitted, so we got one of them on. So now I just need to put all the clamps back on everything, all the hose clips back on. I'm going to rewire this. I do this now while we're at the cars in bits. Get the strut brace back on so we can mount this up properly, and then I'll start it up just to make sure everything's all right. As for the horns, so to get these pipes on, the horns had to come off because they were mounted here. So we took them off, and then I literally got no instructions, so I didn't know where to put them, so I've literally just mounted them there. They're secure and they're mounted to the crash bar support thing there. So yeah, now I just need to put the crash bar back on and then start this thing up, and hopefully everything works. So everything on here is now clamped in. Just give you a quick look at what it looks like. Looks pretty sick. So that's all plumbed up. So I'm going to whack the battery in, or the tray, and then the battery, and then we're going to start it up just to obviously check for any leaks or anything. Give it a couple of revs to make sure it's alright, and then if I'm happy, whack everything back on. Headlights, bumpers, hopefully everything goes back in nice. So that now is everything bolted up. So now let's start it and make sure it's alright, and I'll give you a little rev, show you what it sounds like now with the new intake and that, because I haven't done it yet. The plan is, if this is running nice, to drive it today, because I want to take it 200 miles back to work on Sunday. So yeah, the plan is hopefully it runs nice. It's a lot more grumbly out the back now. I think we've sorted out an exhaust leak, because I'm pretty sure we had one. So I'll just give it a rev for you now. Sounds much better. So the car seems to be running nice. I don't hear no boost leaks. It sounds pretty mint, to be honest. As you just heard, the intake sounds changed it completely. Now I'm going to go ahead and whack the front bumper back on, because I do want to drive this car today. I put a lot of work into it, and I'm looking forward to actually driving it. Now it's the final piece of the puzzle before the wheels. Put the front bumper on, but as you can see there, I tried to put it on and realised it wouldn't go on. Now I fitted the pipes. And what it is, the 2 headlight washers are in the way, and when I try and get them off with the screws, they don't come off. So I decided to grab a hacksaw and I just go at it and cut them off, because they don't work anyway on this car. They were blocked off. So I go ahead, chop them off, and that gives us good access to put the bumper back on. As you can see, I'm going mad with the hacksaw there. And then I line it up. It is a bit tricky because the hoses do touch the front of the bumper slightly, so it takes a bit of force to get them on, but we get there eventually. And then I do the 6 bolts up on the top just to hold it in place while I figure out the rest. Now with this time, with me just doing up the bolts, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's been subscribing. I've now hit 2,000 subscribers, and I've not said thank you yet for that. So everyone who's been watching this series, I am very grateful for all your comments, support and subscribes. So everyone who's been watching the series from the start will see how much work I've actually put into this build, getting this car back from the dead, basically where it was, sat in a field for 5 years. I've changed pretty much everything I can, and there is still some cosmetic stuff to be sorted, but I'm so far into it money wise, I'm not going to get my money back. I'll get close probably, but not my money back. And obviously that's what it's all about. I know people say it's a waste of money, but I've had fun doing it and I've learned a lot of stuff along the way. So yeah, thank you to everyone who's been watching, and there will be a couple more videos on this car, not much because there is still a couple of problems. The TT will be for sale very soon, and I hope that it goes to a good owner, someone who will look after it. But I need some ideas of what people would like to see next. I don't know which car to go to or what type of route to go down. Do I stick to abandoned cars or do I do like crash damaged cars? I'm more swayed towards crash damaged cars because I can get them a lot cheaper, but it's just having the money to rebuild them, which is obviously the hard part. Obviously I'll do a bit of cheap buy-in here and there, second-hand stuff. But yeah, just let me know in the comments what you think. What would be a good series for me to do? If you'd like, I've got a Mk1 TT, I've got a Mk3, maybe do a Mk2 crash damaged car. I don't know, just put in the comments what you think, what car you'd like to see or what route I should take, because I'm stuck between a few ideas, but obviously you guys are the ones who watch me, so I'd like to do something that you guys will enjoy. Using the Mk1 TT. We got a couple of lights on, we got a steering angle sensor light, but that's my own fault for turning the steering wheel while the steering rack was off, and I don't know where it goes now. And engine management lights on because it's either because I got a decat or it's because I haven't plugged the N247 valve back in to stop the light coming on. I just got it off, so it could be why. The car's driving nice, cruising along, nice sunny day in the old TT. So guys, it's another day. I've come to a TT meet and we've come in the Mk1. So as you can see, the Mk1 has made it. How many miles have we done, Abby?
What, here?
Yeah.
55 minutes.
So we've done about 55 miles, so we've made it 55 miles in the TT after I have rebuilt it, and it did not skip a beat. There's no signs of anything going wrong, and the turbo is boosting lovely, so I think I've done a good job here. Coming on to the intercooler, the only problem we got is the bolt is sticking through the grille there. So I didn't realise when I put the bumper on that would be sticking out, but that's easy enough to sort out. I just rip this little grill out and turn it. So we'll have a look at some of these other cars at this little meet. So this is one of the lads I've been talking to. It's got 60,000 miles or so on it, and he's done quite a lot to it. He's changed the seats and he's done a few other bits, wheels, and then the engine bay is where it's looking good. So all this carbon fibre really cleans it up. It looks a lot cleaner than the one that's in my engine bay. He's even refreshed this here, which looks really nice. So yeah, that's a really nice engine bay. Coming on to another one just next to it. This is a nice green. Just don't mind me, I don't know any codes or anything. I'm not a massive Audi person, Mk1 anyway. But this one's looking nice. Looks like it's got upgraded seats. These definitely ain't Mk1 seats, but it's looking good. Look like Mk2. It's got Mk2 steering wheel as well by the looks. But yeah, it's looking good. Mk2 wheels maybe. The engine bay of this is very colourful. He's done a lot of work. I like this. This looks nice. There's a lot of red pipe going on in here, but it looks good, really good. We got some random bloke here sitting on the front of my car. Just here we got Wayne's car. So Wayne kindly gave me a go with it. It is the 3.2, so I was quite curious to see how that feels compared to my 225. It's just changed the wheels to some BBS style, so he needs to do a refurb on them, he said. But yeah, it's a nice car. See, 3.2 Quattro. Sounds pretty amazing, to be honest. It's a different power delivery. It's more like, it's not as punchy, but it goes and it growls at you. But yeah, it's really good. So this one here has had a new bonnet, new window, and you can see here it's been smashed. So this one here basically got crushed by a tree. So if you saw this one on Facebook, it was for sale. The tree landed right on it in the poor lady's garden, but they have changed the bonnet and changed the window, but it does need a bit of a clean up on there. On this one here, he's gone for the blue touches, which is really nice, changes it up, and everyone seems to have very clean cam covers here, or rocker covers, whatever they're called. Mine's horrible. Yeah, so we had a little look around the cars. Do you like Audi TTs, Abby?
Yeah, they're nice. So
there's some nice ones here, and I'm kind of happy this one made it. So we're going to drive back now, and then I'm going to attempt to drive it 200 miles to work. Don't know if that's a very good idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. And yeah, just see how it goes. It's running good as it goes, and it was nice to meet some of the people who watch my YouTube, which is very good. So now we're going to go home, edit the video, and then we'll get it posted. So if you've enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up. Abby, show them how to do a thumbs up. Yep, do the thumbs up and give us a subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Giving it the beans in this 3.2. Right, we're off. Peace out.